right? Now, matter of fact, let me show a definition of waiver. Now, I think most people know what a waiver is, but I think this also would be kind of cool. Let's just show what a waiver is. Now, a waiver, right, is a document recording the waiving of a right or claim. Now, again, in most states, people have the right of publicity, meaning they have the right to be compensated, right, to receive revenue, paid, right, from their image and likeness. But if you sign a waiver, right, if you consent to a waiver, right, in most cases expressed, which will be written, but in some cases, if it's implied, right, then you are waiving your right to be compensated. So again, we find this important because Jessica, aka Miss Average at Best, is saying that she never waived her right to be compensated, right? She never waived her right to receive anything. Matter of fact, she's saying that she never even agreed to her image and likeness being used by Kevin in the public. This is basically what she's saying. So she's trying to say that there is a violation of her privacy, right? And she's essentially saying that she never signed a waiver. A waiver don't exist where she actually did waive her right to her image and likeness. That's what she's attempting to say. Now, back to the article. So the Swedish organizer says that's a heck of a deal for them, right? Not so much for you. Fortunately, a gazillion others, users, right, have probably already made the same deal with them. So the chances of them actually using your content are slim, but it's still pretty scary stuff. Now, Google has the same type of terms of service agreement, right? Now, we're going to read it real quick. Just real quick. And then we're pretty much going to move on from this article, because the point of us reading this is we wanted to point out the fact, right, that the best way to prevent potential lawsuits for using other people's image and likeness, especially as YouTube content creators, right, it's best to have some form of waiver statement within your video, right? So here we go. This is quoted from Google's terms of service. It says, some of our services allow you to upload, submit, store, send, or receive content. You retain ownership of any intellectual property rights that you hold in that content. In short, what belongs to you stays yours. When you upload, submit, store, send, or receive content to or through our services, you give Google and those we work with a worldwide license to use, hold, store, reproduce, modify, create derivative works, such as those resulting from translations, adaptations, or other changes we make so that your content works better with our services, communicate, publish, publicly perform, publicly display and distribute such content. It says the rights you grant in this license are for the limited purpose of operating, promoting, and improving our services and to develop new ones. This license continues even if you stop using our services. For example, for a business listing you have added to Google Maps. Some services may offer you ways to access and remove content that has been provided to that service. Also, in some of our services, there are terms or settings that narrow the scope of our use of the content submitted in those services. Make sure you have the necessary rights to grant us this license for any content that you submit to our services. Now, one thing you want to notice in common is that Walt Disney, Amazon, as well as Google is telling you that your content belongs to you, right? It's your content, but we're saying that you grant us the right to use your content, right, in any form or fashion that we choose. This is basically what they're saying. And that we can profit off of it. We can make money off of it, but we do not owe you anything from those profits. All right. Now, in one instance, that is some pretty scary stuff, right? But I also like that being a content creator here on YouTube. I actually like the fact that we could capture right here at the Power of Offense other people's image and likeness, right? And that we can use their image and likeness in the ways that we see fit and profit off of it without them receiving a dime from it. Let's just call it what it is. I think that's awesome, right? But of course, the proper way to do it is for them, right, to sign a waiver, right? Now, signing a waiver, right, is the best way to do it. But also, the waiver can be verbal, it can be a statement that flash across the screen that if you participate in this live broadcast, your content, you grant us the right to use your content for us to use it in any form or fashion we see fit, and that even if we make money off your content, that basically we don't owe you anything from it. That is a possibility. And in essence, that's what we're saying, or what we're trying to relay, that all content creators that show people image and likeness should be doing, right? Can you agree to that, Rodney?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Absolutely.